There's two types of people in life. There's people that look at people's success and they find it motivating in a positive way and they're happy for people. And then there's other people that thrive in someone not getting their goal. And I think you can change from being one type of person to another type of person. And I think I've been potentially guilty in the past as well of being one of them types of people where I've been slightly jealous of someone and you're like, in the back of your head, they don't get the time that they want and you're kind of happy. Like, I feel like everyone has probably been there at one point in their life with that. And so of course there's going to be people like that. Of course there's going to be people that are waiting for me to fail. Like, that's absolutely fine. I think it's natural, almost natural in us. Like, you want to be better than the people around you. You know, at the end of the day, like, life has competitive aspects of it.
It's cold outside. We're on the way to the salon. Today's a big one. There's always a big salon right before the quarterly. That's when the people usually come out, such as, Chris CCH, all of the other killers that normally don't come out. They are, coming through. So I have no idea where I'll be at seating wise. I haven't taken a look. Don't give a shit. I'm just gonna do my thing and try my best. Not 100% sure if I'm going to be going to the quarterly tomorrow. I do pick up an extra shift. I'm working a half day, but still gonna go to the salon today, do my best. Bought a new pad at GameStop, so it was funny because I've never really been the biggest horoscope or tarot card reading person, but ever since before I got married, so about a month before, I've kind of been more into it than not. And I realized that sometimes things that it's like they foreshadows. And so I noticed a lot of patterns. I noticed a lot of things with, being a Gemini and stuff like that has been happening. So I don't rely on it by any means, but I try to, lean into it, and, something told me, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go buy a new pad. Like, I haven't bought a new controller, video game controller, PS5 controller. I haven't bought that shit in a long time because all my other pads are bad, so I've been breaking in. Got a teal one. It's actually really cool and I really enjoy it, the color of it, and I like the look of it. So we got that, so we're gonna break it out for the first time, and hopefully it's okay, it's good enough, we can break it in. So even if not, but today the plan is try to make it a top 8, and then once we get to the top 8, we're playing nothing but Ryu. We'll see how it goes. I still been having a hard time with the characters just because of the inputs and stuff. It's like the ironic thing is, like, when you break into a new pad, sometimes it's worse than the other pads that are drifting just because you're not used to it. But I gonna hit the salon. I'm gonna head to Seattle, which I'm doing right now, and then going to just based off what time it is. It's like if I have a lot of time left before, like an hour or more, or a little bit around an hour or so, I'm gonna probably get something to eat. And also, I'm gonna get something to eat, and then get a non-alcoholic beer. I gave up alcohol for Lent, so gave up alcohol for Lent, so non-alcoholic, that's good enough. On occasion, I'm celebrating actually, just times ahead, and sometimes when that that tax return hits, you gotta find a way to celebrate. I'm a saver and I try to save, but gotta splurge a little bit just because, like, I got the controller and I'm gonna, you know, get myself something to eat. So, you know, that's good enough. I like taking myself on a date sometimes. You know, I can't wait to take my wife out on a date too. You know, I love doing things for her, and she deserves the world, and I try to, you know, I want to surprise her with something. So, you know, if you're watching this audio, expect a surprise sometime. You know, you deserve it. But, yeah, we're on our way. It's kind of cold and rainy, but that's what we like. We kind of like the ugliness because, you know, Cybertruck. We like the ugliness just because it helps us, you know, it just put things in perspective. Like, you know, like it can't always be sunny, it can't always be 70. And with that being said, it's actually funny because Sunday, so originally right now it's supposed to be in Vegas, but you know, things didn't really happen the way they didn't really turn out the way that they're supposed to. So end up not doing the Vegas half marathon. You know, I'm a little disappointed about myself for not being able to do it, but the trade-off is it's very funny and it's very random, and it just so happens to be that way. But this Sunday on the docket, as far as on the plan for this Sunday, is actually running a mock half marathon as the first week of this is the Wenatchee marathon training. So the first long run is a mock half marathon. We gotta get up here so I could get out, actually in here. One of my favorite running influencers, he said, "You should always be accustomed. Should always be accustomed." We're actually gonna go up the escalators this time. One of my favorite running influencers, he said, you gotta be accustomed to accepting nothing less than first place. And that's what we're doing. Nothing less than first place. We're going to the salon. See you soon. Won my first match versus Nuggy. Shout out to Nuggy. One of the sweetest, really passionate people in the FGC, man or woman. So appreciate Nuggy. I always appreciate her. It's been a while since I played her, but she's really good and very underrated.
Okay, thank you, Dak Josh, for your service. He may be back. Just need to get some field reports here, and we're going to take a look at this next match going on next door. Jordan up. Game 1 now, set point for Jordan. But Jake Ryan with the life lead. Okay. Dak Josh, welcome back.
And back once again. Oh, I was
This is set point for Jordan right now, but he's way up in the life lead, actually. Jake Ryan fighting from behind. Don't worry about who we're talking to about that set. We're in this set right now. And it's up to Jake Ryan to stay alive here. Has to bring this 1-1 in the first to 2. The pressure's on. Goes low. Off the plus frames. Finds the throw afterwards. The corner's here. The DI splat could secure the round with the right spin. The level 2 isn't enough.
I think it is.
Yes!
There it is. All right.
On the final hit, and Jordan is not happy with that.
Wow, I can't believe I get hit by that live impact. What's this control scheme I'm using? Isn't that what it's for?
You know, if you get caught out, you get caught out. It's just the way it is.
Oh, Death DI is not an option. Reversal of mutual burnout. Jake Ryan, I think, is cool with that in this situation. Just sends the sweep.
Double dash there. Jake a little greedy with that knockdown. I think he could challenge there.
Jake, I think, has a certain feeling going into this matchup against Jordan. He just wants to overwhelm him. Not care about what his opponents are trying to do, just play his game. Now in this moment where Lily is stocked up, you kind of have to reel it back a little bit. Wow, driver have clipped the stock spire. Tech from Jordan. Drive reversal, but now Jake Ryan burned out. Still, Jordan with the stock available. This is really not where you want to be, but you're in a good corner position where taking the mix one time is not a big deal. Wow, what a... Okay, yeah, he just sent it, obviously. Level 2 save. Really good work.
Set point now suddenly for the Kim player. At one point, Jordan was bearing down a set point himself. Now, in the completely opposite position. This is a lot of pressure.
Driver's low immediately. Spends 4 bars to get the quarter position here.
Oh,
backdash on those minus frames.
No whip punish on that send it stand fierce.
Jake Ryan just not afraid of burnout, just roaring to... Oh my goodness, he's ready. He's like, I'm so sick of these spires. I know how to handle these. I don't care about my meter.
Oh, critical error 2+, but still some bar. Jordan as well with level 3. This could still work, guys. It's good.
You take that. That's minus 3 bars as far as I'm concerned.
It's never cooked. It's never cooked. Jake is always just 1 DP away from death. Remember.
At this point, Jordan cannot defend against a drive impact. You take him to the corner. Oh no, he didn't.
Don't send it, Jake. Don't do it.
He didn't have a situation.
And now with the bar on Jordan's side.
Oh, he got it.
Dash.
Just sneaks in, stabs it right away.
Dirty as fuck. Dude, Jordan joining Danny on the loser side. Right.
Lost to Jake. It was too. I just didn't react to the DI. So GG's. Won my first losers match. Who did I just? Oh, Prisma Weasel. Shout out Prisma Weasel. Still cold, so yeah, just on the way back from the salon. My worst salon ever, I think. One of them. I might have had a quarterly that was this bad, but God, what did I win? So I beat Nuggy. I lost to Jake. I beat Weasel. And then I think I went 2-2. So 500, and you know, it's just, I'm kind of relieved in a way, just because it just kind of, I mean, it's funny, it's weird, you know, I'm really superstitious, and I always think, oh, if I would have did this, you know, carry the 1, cross the T's, dot the I's, whatever, things would be different, but you know, there's other things to be proud of. Well, I mean, I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. You know, I work really hard and I do the right things. I try to, at least, and you know, I work hard at acknowledging my flaws and stuff. And I talk about the drinking just because it's just been a problem that I've always had. But you know, I haven't drank, and I'm not going to drink. You know, I gave up drinking for Lent, so I was sober, and it's funny because it's just ironic because I'm sober and I did the worst that I did at the salon when I normally drink. And it just goes to show you that it's not always about that type of stuff, you know, it's just funny. The takeaway is I'm happier and I feel better. I would rather lose and not, you know, I would rather lose early and not make top 8 and not be, you know, not perform as well as I should, and not put myself in a position where, you know, people well, let me backtrack a little bit. I don't care what people think. I make content and I play and I run and I do, and I lift weights, you know, and I do things and I have fun and I'm devoted to my family and I want to be a better man. And I don't care if that makes it so people look at me and they think that that I'm better, or if that, you know, my confidence when it comes to like running and gaming and lifting, I don't care what people think, but I just don't want people to feel as though they have ammunition to use against me. There's two types of people. You know, I put it in the beginning here. I put it in the beginning of this video, but I want to say something real quick. So, Jake Dearden is, he's a high rocks competitive, like elite high rocks competitor, Red Bull athlete. He runs marathons, and he recently had a video series because he's trying to run a 219, which is unbelievable at his aesthetic and his size and with how much muscle he has. It's just unbelievable. But anyway, so he runs this series. He has a series that he made, the road to running 219. And when you're a public figure and when people have, so like me, you know, I average like, you know, a few views here and there when it comes to my videos. And that's something that, you know, I do this for me. So I don't really, I'm not crunching the numbers and saying, okay, well, this is what defines me or anything like that. I am appreciative of all the subs. You know, I started with 6 subs, now I'm at 80 something. And that's amazing to me. And I don't, like, in the past, you know, I can admit in the past that I always felt like, oh, well, no one cares, stuff like that. But I appreciate it now more than ever. I think it's just because, like, I'm more sure of myself and more confident. And I think that's because of just being in love and being married and stepping up as a man and as a husband. But going back to the Jake Dearden thing, so I put in the beginning of the video what he said, and really, the reality of it is that there's two types of people. Just to paraphrase, there's two types of people. They're the people that genuinely support you and want to see you succeed, and then there's other people that genuinely, or maybe even disingenuinely, or maybe even like being a snake or whatever, don't want you to succeed. They want you to fail. They actually want you to fail. They want you to be embarrassed. They want you to be sad. They want you to be down. They want you to have a goal, and they want you to fail. And to me, one thing that I have to discern as a man and having awareness and having social and emotional intelligence is determining what people are on my side and what people are on the other side of the line. And days like today, when I was seated 3rd and I didn't even make top 8. I've only not made top 8 at the salon now of like, I think I've gone like 20 something times or so. I'm not sure how many times I've went, but I've only not made top 8 a few times. In fact, this is the only time I haven't made top. There's only been 2 times as far as an actual salon, not a quarterly, that I haven't made top 8. And this time, you know, like I lost, and the ways that I lost was, you know, uncharacteristic, and, you know, I had a new pad. There's no excuses. I played like shit, and I did really bad today. But there's people out there that pray for that. And there's people that in the FGC and in the Seattle FGC that literally pray for that. They want it. They won't admit it, but they really want me to fail. And they want me to crash out. And the difference is that I'm not going to allow things like this to deter me. I'm still going to win a salon one day. I mean, I've won once, but I'm still going to win a salon. I'm still going to get better. I'm still going to run a sub 3-hour marathon someday. And I'm still going to be the best version of myself and do the things that I love and my passion. So today didn't have a good tournament. Played really bad, but I'm not sad. I'm just very proud that I'm still getting after it when I'm 40. And I'm mad. The only madness that I'm at myself is that I didn't play Ryu at all, and I didn't try to. And it was a new pad and everything else. So again, not making any excuses. Played like shit, but at the end of the day, I have a lot to be happy about and thankful. And gonna take some time off away from the salon for a little bit just to recuperate. And but yeah, we're gonna still DGAFmaxx, and we're gonna run a mock half marathon on Sunday. Take care.